Let's lock in. Turki Alalshikh responds to rumors about Riyadh card on February 22nd. So as you've seen, we've reported Jerron Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz is supposed to take place on that card. Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield, Martin Bacoli and F.A. Ajapa, and Big Bang Jang versus Ajit Caballo. We have all of these rumors being reported. And of course, there's the big fight. There's Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol rematch that is rumored to be taking place on that card as well. Well, someone wrote this and Turki Alalshikh responded. So it's whatever tweeted this. But like, if you really want to put some spice on it, you would say like my brother G used to say, rest his soul, it's whatever's ever, but it's whatever tweeted. Beterbiev and Bivol shouldn't sign if they aren't the main event. This is ridiculous. Now, I don't know where this is coming from, but Turki Alalshikh responded, wait and see. Do not believe anything until I announce. I hope to be ready in 2 days, and I hope the fans like it. It will be a big surprise. Each fight can be easy, main card, the fans in my heart. So I think what he meant to say, each fight can easily be the main card. That's what I think he meant to say. But again, he's probably using translation. But salute to Turki Alalshikh. If a fraction of what is being reported is true, this card is going to be a monster. But what this guy is saying about Beterbiev and Bivol shouldn't sign if they aren't the main event. Let me just jump in on this real quick. No fight that I've mentioned that has been reported should be main event over Bivol and Beterbiev. For example, Jerron Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, that's a good fight, but it's not for undisputed, and it's not a rematch of an undisputed fight. Martin Bacoli versus F.A. Ajapa, it's a title eliminator, right? So I don't know. That shouldn't headline the card, although it's a very intriguing fight. Now, don't get it twisted. Some of these fights have the potential to be more exciting than the main event, which happened the night of the actual fight. There were other fights that were more exciting, in my personal opinion, but that fight still was good, and it still deserves to be top of the billing because of what it represents. But Jerron Boots Ennis Virgil Ortiz, no. Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield, no. That's only for Shakur's fight. For Shakur's title. So I don't think it should be top of the bill. Bacoli Ajapa, no. Big Bang Jang versus Ajit Caballo, no. Ajit Caballo's never been top of the bill, so I don't see how it's going to be top of the bill, and I don't think Jang has ever been top of the bill either. When Jang fought Wilder, they were co-main. So these guys never really been top of the bill. Jerron Boots Ennis Virgil Ortiz, I don't see them being top of the bill. There is Daniel Dubois, who hasn't announced his next fight, and he is the IBF champion. And maybe they're hinting to the fact that he would be topping the bill, but who would he be fighting if it's not Anthony Joshua? If he's not fighting Anthony Joshua, then he shouldn't top the bill. But if he's fighting Anthony Joshua, he should top the bill. Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois, in my personal opinion, would be the only fight that should be main event over Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol. And I know that fight isn't as meaningful in terms of legacy. Well, actually, I take that back. It is for Joshua. It is a major legacy fight. I know there's not as many belts on the line, so to speak, and it's another rematch, but it's not as many belts on the line. But let's be honest, Anthony Joshua was one of the faces of the sport, and Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua's fight was more exciting than the first fight between Beterbiev and Bivol. So if they are going to have a rematch on February 22nd, that would be the only fight that should top the bill. But we know that that's highly unlikely because Eddie Hearn has announced that Anthony Joshua won't be ready to fight on February 22nd. Although in classic Eddie style, he said, but it is possible that Anthony Joshua would rematch Daniel Dubois. So how's he going to rematch Daniel Dubois if it's not on February 22nd? So he's putting conflicting statements out there in the air. I'll just wrap up with my personal opinion, which is Arthur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol rematch is should top the bill over all of these cards that we've heard so far, with the exception of if it's going to be Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua. Daniel Dubois versus anybody else should be on the card. With that being said, the argument that they should refuse to fight each other if they're not top of the bill, who cares if the check clears? If it's the same check or better, who cares if you have to go on before whatever? Like, so they should just have their ego and say, forget my family and forget the fact that this is more money I could make if I top the bill. The fact that I'm not topping the bill hurts my ego, so I don't want your money. We're going to go fight and headline somewhere else and make less money. That's what they should do. How Clarissa Shields of them. No, they shouldn't do that. They should let Turki Alalshikh, the man who's paying them for their services, decide how he wants to structure them. As someone who, in undergrad, I was a part of the university programming council, and we put on concerts. And so we would pay these stars, like superstars with big time hits, like Jimmy East World, Perry Moore, Fat Joe, Trey Songz, Kanye West, Lil Wayne. All these guys came through my school, 50 Cent. And sometimes they would be performing, especially during spring concert, they would be performing on the same bill, the same concert. And we would have to put someone on before someone else. And sometimes they got mad at their position. Sometimes some people felt like they shouldn't go on before this person, or they got more hits than this person. We're paying you to do a service. Should it matter that it's our concert, you agreed to come and perform, right, at the venue and do your set. We decide when we put people on. That's it. So saying that to me is crazy. But if their ego's that big, then yeah, they should not sign and get life-changing money and then go make less money to do the fight somewhere where they can be the main event. Sounds dumb, right? But in the end, like Turki Alalshikh said, all these rumors going around don't matter until you hear it from him. So with that being said, if any of this turns out not to be true, remember, I'm just reporting on what these sources from these so-called reliable people are saying, and I'm not saying it's definite, so don't get mad at me. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate everyone who subscribed because I am officially out of YouTube jail. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Have a wonderful time with your family. It's Caden. I'm out. Peace.